Hi everyone, today we are going to read Chapter 2 of Puppy Place, where every puppy finds a home. Let's get started. Chapter 2. What kind of puppy? How old? Boy or girl? Why does it need a new home? Lizzie peppered her mother with questions. Lizzie, easy there. I don't know the answers to any of those questions. But we'll both know soon. Aunt Amanda is on her way over right now. All she said was to get the crate ready. And make sure Buddy is shut up in your room. What? Why does Buddy have to get shut up in Lizzie's room? And did I hear something about a puppy? Charles appeared in the doorway. Buddy ran over to greet him. We're getting a new foster puppy! Lizzie couldn't wait to tell her brother the news. We're not necessarily fostering the puppy, Mom told Charles. Your Aunt Amanda is in a pinch because she has a homeless puppy on her hands and an obedience class to teach tonight. And as for Buddy, he only has to be shut up for a little while when a new puppy first comes over. Did you hear that, Buddy? Charles bent over to pat Buddy. It's only for a little while, and we'll still always love you best, no matter what. Buddy wagged his tail and licked Charles' hand. I know you love me. I love you too. Charles hugged Buddy. Then he and Lizzie walked their puppy down the hall and got him settled in Lizzie's room. He'll be happy in here with his favorite toy. Lizzie tucked Mr. Duck between Buddy's paws. He likes Pooh better. Charles offered a stuffed bear to Buddy. Buddy grabbed Pooh happily and thumped his tail, leaving Mr. Duck face down and forgotten. Told you so, said Charles. Lizzie gritted her teeth. Charles had really been bugging her lately. What a pest. But she had better things to think about. A new foster pup was going to arrive any minute. She gave Buddy a bedtime snack of 2 of the little lamb chop biscuits. Then she and Charles went downstairs to find Mom and Dad in the kitchen, setting up the puppy crate. Lizzie had brought down her letter to Kit Smithers. She leaned it against the salt shaker on the kitchen table so she'd see it the next morning and wouldn't forget to mail it. The very first time she had seen a puppy crate, Lizzie had thought it looked like a cage. She had thought it was mean to keep a dog in such a small space, but by now, after her family had fostered so many puppies, she knew better. Lizzie knew that a crate was the best way to give a puppy a place of its own, like the little cave where it felt safe and sound. She knew that a crate would help with house training, since most puppies didn't like to go to the bathroom where they slept, and it could help with bad habits like chewing. If a puppy was shut up inside his crate, he couldn't get into tempting things like his old shoes or the garbage. Lizzie went to the hall closet to find the red flannel sheet the Petersons had used over and over again with different puppies they had fostered. She held it up to her nose and took a big sniff. Even though they washed it between puppies, it always had that special delicious puppy smell. She brought this soft old sheet to the kitchen and folded it up so it made a cozy bed inside the crate. Charles had gone to the living room to round up a few puppy toys, and he tucked them inside the crate too. Mom got out the dishes they used for foster puppies, and Dad filled the water bowl. What a team, he said as he looked around the kitchen. I think we're all ready. As if Aunt Amanda had heard him, there was a knock at the back door, and she burst in, towed by a sleek, muscular brown puppy with a pure white bib and paws, and a funny squashed black face framed by floppy ears. His big brown eyes shone. He wagged his short, stubby tail as he pulled the leash right out of Aunt Amanda's hands and danced and pranced his way around the kitchen, greeting each of the Petersons in turn. Look at him. He's all muscle. What a little tank, said Dad. Jack, slow down, buddy. Aunt Amanda sounded exasperated, but she was laughing too. Lizzie could see that it was hard not to laugh around this puppy. What a clown. He snuffled and sniffed at everything, reminded Lizzie of Pugsley, a naughty little puppy that the Petersons had fostered, but this dog was much bigger than the pug and had longer legs. Hello, Jack. Lizzie squatted down to pet him. The puppy snorted happily and licked her face all over. Hi, hello. What fun to meet somebody new. Is he Boxer? Lizzie asked Aunt Amanda. Her aunt smiled and nodded. Good guess. It wasn't exactly a guess. Lizzie had practically memorized the dog breeds of the world poster in her room, but even though she knew what boxers looked like, she never met one before. Jack was adorable, and he sure was a ball of energy. How old is he? Charles sat down on the floor next to Lizzie so he could get his own face licked. Jack is about 9 months old. Aunt Amanda laughed as she watched the puppy climb all over Lizzie and Charles. And he's a really good climber. He's a really good boy. Except, Mom asked. Maybe it's time for you to tell us why he needs a new home. Dad raised his eyebrow at his sister. Aunt Amanda checked her watch and started speaking quickly. It's sort of sad. Jack just started coming to Bowser's backyard last week. I almost had a funny feeling about his owners. They seemed almost out of patience with Jack. They brought him to doggy daycare every single day, even on the weekends when they weren't at work, and they were often late to pick him up. It was as almost if they wished they never gotten a dog. And sure enough, they just plain did not pick him up tonight. I tried to call them, but their phone had been disconnected. When I drove by their house, there was no lights on, and there was a sold sign on the front lawn. I think they moved away and left Jack behind. They gave up on this boy. Jack tugged at Lizzie's shoelaces, snuffling and grunting as he did his best to pull them right out of her sneakers. Lizzie felt so sorry for the puppy. How could anybody abandon you like that? She pulled him into her arms for a hug. At first, he wriggled and squirmed, trying to lick her nose and ears and chin. Then, as she patted him, he calmed down and snuggled in next to her with his head on her lap. He gazed up at her, wrinkling his forehead in a very worried way. His sad little face melted Lizzie's heart. Will you be my friend? Everybody else is always mad at me. They yell and yell. I need a friend. Aw, Jack, it's going to be okay. Lizzie patted him some more. With one long sigh, Jack closed his eyes and fell asleep. Lizzie could tell that it had been a long day for the little pup. Mom looked at Aunt Amanda. So, what was the problem? Why were Jack's owners out of patience? I'll explain it all tomorrow. Aunt Amanda checked her watch again. But I can't stay another second. I'm already 10 minutes late for obedience class, and my students are waiting. Just make sure to keep an eye on Jack all the time. He should definitely sleep inside his crate tonight, too. I can't thank you enough for helping me out. And with a quick kiss on Jack's nose and a wave, Aunt Amanda was gone. That was Chapter 2 of Puppy Place. Bye.